Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
You sound so unhinged. I just move the conversation.
Do you want to be kicked out? Because we can just kick you out. Because you were trolling before the show. You were giving me a bunch of flack before the show.
How was I trolling before the show?
Look, I don't want to deal with your attitude today. So.
Run! Get to the chopper!
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Shout out to whatever for this video. It's been a while since we've covered the dating foolishness from that show. And this clip right here, it proves why it's exhausting listening to these OnlyFans clout chasing women. Because what you saw in the opening clip, it's not random. It's confirmed by research. So let's break down the foolishness happening here and show you why this is part of a much bigger pattern. Let's get into it.
We're going to go around the table once more. What is everybody's current relationship status? If you're single, how long have you been single? And what's the longest relationship you've ever been in? What about you? Got it.
I'm celibate for like 1.5 years.
So single.
Yes.
Safe to assume.
Well, single, not dating.
Although I suppose you could be in a relationship and celibate.
No, that's abstinent. Celibate means like no dating or like even like kissing or holding hands or anything.
My understanding of the my understanding of the term celibacy pertains to sex.
I think that's abstinent.
Celibacy is sex.
Celibacy.
Well, that one's like sex too, but that one's, I think it's also dating included.
Okay.
Or like any like interaction with like.
Maybe it's like
the definition that I have here, just to kind of maybe clear this up, the state of abstaining from marriage and sexual relations.
Yes, sir.
Okay, girl.
Just maybe clear it up a little bit.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we're not going to argue about the definition of celibacy, but in any case, so you're not dating anybody?
No.
Okay, and you've been celibate for 1.5 years. How long have you been single?
I don't claim anybody as my ex, so my whole life.
What do you mean you don't claim anybody as your ex?
It never happened. I never talked to anybody.
Okay.
Interesting.
I like that. You know what? Oh yeah.
So they just don't. Do they just not exist to you now? Is that what it is?
Wait, what?
Do they just not exist to you now?
Oh, yeah,
you just
exactly.
don't talk to them.
Yeah, it never
You don't
happened.
talk about them.
Yeah.
It never happened.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna use that one, girl.
So when was what was your longest relationship?
I never had one.
Red flag alert.
Right here, guys. This is the big red flag. Not just that she's sitting here pretending the guys she's been with don't exist, but look at the women on the panel. They are all laughing, co-signing, eating it up like it's some kind of power move. This is what modern dating has come to. Complete erasure of accountability. See, when a relationship doesn't benefit them anymore, when the outcome doesn't fit their narrative, they just hit the reset button. It never happened. I don't claim him. He doesn't exist. Meanwhile, if a man did this, if he said, I don't claim my exes, they'd call him immature, toxic, emotionally unavailable. But when a woman does it, it's empowering. Huge red flag. Guys.
Run! Get to the chopper!
So when was your what was your longest relationship?
I never had one.
Yeah, I mean that's cute and all, but what was your longest relationship?
I never had one.
Well, you're perhaps I don't know if the word's delusional is appropriate, or you're just choosing to not remember it, but that in which you're choosing to not remember, you did in fact objectively have a relationship.
Can you define relationship?
Whatever your sense, did you call them boyfriend?
No.
And you weren't there? Did you say I love you to them?
No.
Okay, then I'll ask a different question. What is the longest consecutive period of time that you dated somebody?
Probably like 8 months.
8 months, okay. And is this the individual in which you choose to not remember?
Yes.
Okay. How long ago was that?
I don't recall.
It's quite funny, actually. I might start doing this.
That's what I said.
Just delete my memory of any trauma.
You see this? They are all laughing like it's some kind of joke, but it's pure cope. Like erasing a man from existence after being with him for 8 months is something to be proud of. But let's be real. If a man did this, he'd be labeled a narcissist, a gaslighter, emotionally unavailable. And let's not ignore the elephant in the room. This guy was literally inside her for 8 months. That's the closest physical connection two people can have. But now, she acts like he never existed. That right there tells you everything you need to know about how modern women see relationships. If it doesn't serve them anymore, it never happened. And look at the women on the panel. They're cheering it on. This isn't just her mindset. This is a culture shift. Women today are encouraged to treat relationships like disposable experiences, like nothing actually matters. Now, this brings us to the next essential part. Men need to understand about women. Check this out.
There was no conversations about exclusivity or anything like that?
Like there was, but it's not like he wanted to be exclusive. So that's why I don't consider him like I was dating
Can I
him.
ask you just why both of you are smiling? Do you find this amusing?
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of this interesting conduct when women are just being intentionally kind of malicious, especially when invited on a podcast in good faith, and I'm asking my questions in good faith. Let's try to fix the splits. So it's kind of interesting that you kind of revel in this sort of trollish
it's a little bit. No, don't come at me. It's a little bit
I
entertaining.
am coming at you because you're like smiling and you're reveling.
Because it's
and you're
uncomfortable.
trolling.
How else do you want me to react? It's funny. You're getting riled up. You could have just said, move on, next. You're continuing the conversation. So
No,
don't
I'd
come at
rather
me.
just people engage in good faith in the conversation. So
What do
I
you-
don't think I'm getting, even if your assessment is that I'm getting riled up, do you think there are situations in which it's justified for people to be like, oh, okay, this person's like fucking with me. I'm kind of upset by this.
Okay, I'm going to take it over then next.
No, you're not going to take it over.
You're coming at me because I'm just sitting here like,
Yeah, because I'm noticing that there's kind of a lack of accountability going on.
how is this my problem?
Because you're literally like, you're
I'm smiling
Yes,
because
you're
it's like,
smiling.
because you're continuing the conversation.
And you're literally,
Brian,
stop, you're literally admitting when I called you out on it.
Boom, right there. Good catch. You see how she's enjoying this? This behavior is confirmed by research. Janice, read.
Women happier in relationships when men feel their pain. Relationship satisfaction was directly related to men's ability to read their female partner's positive emotions correctly. However, women who correctly understood that their partners were upset were more satisfied with their relationship than if they understood that their partner was happy. Also, when men understood that their female partner was angry or upset, the women reported being happier, though the men were not.
Make sure you read it for yourself. Link is in the description. Women find satisfaction in seeing men upset because to them, it signals emotional engagement. If a man is frustrated, it means he cares. This is why modern dating can feel like a game for women. If they can get a reaction out of you, they feel validated. Meanwhile, men left drained and manipulated. The double standard is real. Women laugh and find it empowering to frustrate men. But if a man did the same, he'd be called toxic or abusive. That's why these women agree with this foolishness, because they know they can use it to frustrate the next guy.
You sound so unhinged. I just move the conversation.
Do you want to
on.
be kicked out? Because we can just kick you out. Because you were trolling before the show. You were giving me a bunch of flack before the show.
How was I trolling before the show?
Look, I don't want to deal with your attitude today. So if you want to, play this game, we can. If you want to roll your eyes, we can. I'm trying to have a good faith conversation. Point blank period.
Okay, can you ask the viewers if me smiling was me trolling the conversation? I'm so
I didn't say
confused.
that.
What did you say then?
I was asking you why, when she's trolling, you guys are reveling in the fact that she's like trolling the podcast and disrupting it instead of being like, whoa, this is kind of annoying behavior.
Wait, how am I
You're
trolling?
The host. If you want to move on with the conversation, you could have. I thought you were entertaining it because you thought it was entertaining. So if you're
well, I was trying. No, I was not attempting to entertain it. I was clearly like, okay, this is kind of annoying, and then I was just asking, like, roundabout ways to get the information that could have just easily been answered by, oh yeah, the last guy I dated like a year and a half ago, dated him for 8 months. That would have been it. That's all I needed.
So how is that my
unhinged
problem?
to be frustrated? Because you're reveling in it.
I'm literally sitting here, didn't even say anything.
Yes, and so now I'm having a meta conversation about the fact that both of you are smiling, seemingly enjoying, not frustrated with her, but enjoying the degree to which she's sort of like sabotaging the show. Do you understand?
I don't.
I'm not really sure if she was trolling. Like kind of. It could be kind of serious.
Okay, but you kept going with the conversation. So how is that our problem? Like, I thought you're entertaining it for entertainment purposes. I know what the show entails. I've been on it 2 times already. You feed into it so people get mad. If that's what you're trying to incite here, that's totally fine. It's a total straw man.
Total straw man.
Now, Brian gets a pass. He's the host of the show. It's his job to engage with this nonsense. But you, don't you fall for it. You better kick these women out. The more you engage, the more you lose. This woman is getting exactly what she wants. Attention. She's an OnlyFans content creator that's been on this show twice already. She knows exactly what she's doing. Let me tell you this. Only a dysfunctional woman thinks this foolishness is entertaining. Remember this?
I, just like you, my 20s, even maybe slightly early 30s, I was just dating around, having fun, gaining experience, having adventures, It didn't seem to matter because right now, like 10 years back or 5 years back even maybe, I could have gone on a date with someone that didn't ask questions. But now I'm like, but what's the point? I'm going to go on a date with someone who can't ask me a question. Like, I don't want to have a shallow, conversation. I don't want to meet someone shallow. Like, it's just not attractive at this point. That's how I can sum it up. It's not because, I want to get married. Of course I do, but it's just not attractive. Just someone's looks are no longer attractive.
When these women are in their prime years, they think it's all fun and games. Men who are actually serious about dating them get ignored. They get called boring because they ask serious questions and hold women accountable. And just like that, this 35-year-old woman in the clip thinks she can flip-flop after being ran sprinted through for a decade and a half. It doesn't work like that. Your past matters. You can't just brush it off like it never happened.
I prefer smooth streams. There's a component of entertainment, but if I'm trying to have a good faith conversation with somebody, yeah, I want them to just answer the questions. And this is just like obnoxious to the viewers. They don't like it when people are just
for sure.
They don't like it when people are just like beating around the bush when it comes to answering questions.
Did I answer my questions?
I was directing that at her, not at you.
Okay. So I apologize for smiling.
It was more than that. You were...
I apologize. It was funny because y'all were going back and forth. I apologize. I genuinely do if you are truly upset by me smiling.
She is not sorry. She came here for drama and she got it. Arguing with women is a losing game, fellas. When you see a woman doing this,
run! Get to the chopper!
It's like an interesting female phenomenon where it's like there's like this sort of malevolence in which you enjoy men getting frustrated, like justly frustrated by something, and you kind of like enjoy when men get frustrated, and it's like this sort of malevolent thing.
Management, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.